Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh here, and it's Friday, so hope you guys have a bunch of events going on this weekend. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about being prepared and preparation. So the art of having a successful gig is going to... Someone just pulled into our parking lot. Check it out. Alright, so the art of having a successful gig is basically to be prepared. Okay, this is how we were able to do as many gigs as we do, and we do in, I think it was maybe a year or two ago, we calculated all the events that we did, and it was over 800 events in 1 year. Okay, and it was a lot to manage, but we got through it, and they were great. And you know, it built up a good customer base for us that we now can get, you know, referrals on, and so that's why we don't have to spend money on advertising. But making sure all those events going smoothly every weekend came down to all the preparation that we did. And so if you think about, you know, when NASA goes up to outer space, right, they prepare for that for years and years before, right, and everything goes smoothly. And just like when bands, you know, when a doctor's going in for surgery, right, they prepare ahead of time, they wash their hands, they, you know, see what surgery they're performing, and they know exactly what they're getting into. Now I see a lot of people who are, you know, they're getting ready maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours before, and you know, Friday night something is not working, your printer is not working, you're out of ink and paper, your software is giving you issues, you can't log in, you know, you may lose your activation key or something like that. Now, to give you an example of how we did our events, or how we do our events, is on Thursday, even we start on Wednesday, because we have so many booths, right? We have 8 photo booths that we rent out. So on Wednesday night, Thursday we'll do booth prep. Okay, so what this all entails is, first of all, we plug in all the booths, start them up, and we will open up Windows, do Windows updates. Okay, that's separate from the actual photo booth software updates. And so we'll do that, and then we'll open up. Once that's done, sometimes there may be a problem or not. You just have to restart the computer and redo it, you know, do the updates again, or request for the updates. Sometimes when Windows has, you know, issue with that. Then you want to do your photo booth software updates, make sure that's up to date. Then you want to do a test print at that point. Okay, once you do your test print, make sure everything looks good, make sure there's no marks, make sure there's nothing on your print roller that you need to get adjusted. Okay, and once you do that, take out your props. We usually like to leave them out in the sun, you know, disinfect them, spray, wipe them down, do all that stuff, make sure your props are good. Once you do that, make sure that you have your accessories are folded up, like your backdrops, if you have a canopy enclosure, anything like that. Load up your layout, make sure you have your layout. So we give our customers until the Wednesday before the event for any layout changes, and we tell them anything after that may not get fulfilled. Okay, because you can go back and forth with these customers, and you know, they want to change this or change that and change it back. And if they email you late on Thursday night and or Friday, and you already did booth prep and your booth's ready to go for your event, then it's going to cause you a lot of problem, right? So we've done events where they've emailed, you know, somebody, if you're working with 2 or 3 people, like the wedding planner, you know, and they email like, oh well, she wanted this change, and then she emails, you know, Friday at like 3 o'clock. Let's say you're driving to the event, and you're not going to see that email until you get to the event, if you even see it at all. So we tell them, you know, up front, hey, this is what you need to do. You need to make sure to get this change request in, you know, by Wednesday, and anything after that is probably not going to get fulfilled. So if you just be upfront with them, that'll help them out. So booth prep, back to booth prep. Load up your layout, and then test it, make sure it looks good, make sure none of the text are getting cut off. Usually that's a problem if the text is too close to the edge. And once you do that, we usually take a photo. We take a photo of the printout, and then we'll send that to the customer, right? So there's absolutely no confusion, or the customer knows exactly what they're getting whenever you get to the event. So what else do we do? So we do that, make sure their contract is signed. We send the contracts to the right signature. Some of you may be using Check Cherry or 17 Hats or anything like that. Make sure their contract is signed, right? And if you're a PBI customer, you'll get access to the free contract. It's really detailed. We've ran into a lot of problems, and we've changed the contract every time. So I hope you get this message. Make sure that it all comes down to the preparation. If you want a successful event, make sure you're prepped. Make sure you know what you're going into, where you're going, how you're going to get there. The traffic, we would check the routes, especially if you have attendance. We check the routes for attendance, talk to them, let them know that there's construction, they're trying to get on the highway or somewhere to exit. It's a lot. It comes down to the preparation. So if you want to run a successful business, there's no successful business that's not prepared for what they're doing. So you need to prep. Don't wait till Friday night. That's just going to add a lot of stress to you. If you call us for help, we get a lot of people that call in on Friday at the same time. And if it's something that we have to reach out to the software or another company to help out with, it's going to take time, and you may lose your event. If you run into problems, have a backup plan. If your software is giving you trouble, make sure you have your activation code. Make sure you have maybe even backup software, or how to use another software. Or if your printer is not working, you can have an extra roll of ink and paper, or you can even use an inkjet printer. If you just go to Walmart, pick a $40 printer up, some printer paper. This is the absolute worst case scenario. You can still do your event and still do the event with that printer, and still get away with that. So yeah, just make sure you're prepared for your event, and you'll have a successful event, and you have a successful business, and you can do it. But if you don't give the business the attention that you need, it's not going to be successful. And I'll tell you that 100%. By Thursday night, before our office closes for our rental office, that checklist, we have a weekly checklist, and that checklist needs to be done, and 100%. It's printed out, everything's checked off, everything's working, everything's tested, everything's packed, everything is ready, and we have successful events. There's no problems. The attendants come, they pick up the booth, they do another test print before the event, they get the booth, they pack it up, they get the prop tub, and then they get a copy of the contract, the address, the sample print that we printed, so they know exactly what it is, and the events are going to be successful. Okay, it's just a little bit of time, a little bit of effort. Pay attention to detail. If you open up your photo booth software and you see the alert for the updates, there's a reason for that. Make sure to get it updated. All right, so I hope this video helps you. We're actually in the backyard right here of our building. We'll give you a tour. We're still getting it up to PBI standards now. We're still decorating and painting and stuff like that. So we'll give you a tour of it as soon as we get ready. Should we put a pool back here? Look at all the space we got. That'd be nice, right? Would you guys come up, hang out for the pool? We'll do some grilling. I don't know, we'll see. So thanks, guys. Comment on the video below. Let me know what you think. If you want the checklist, comment I want this below the video, and I'll go ahead and post it in there if I get 50 comments. So we have 1,100 subscribers now. If I get 50 comments, I know you guys can do it. It's like less than 10%, but 5%, right? I'll go ahead and post a checklist here that we use, and subscribe, like the video, and check out the Inner Circle if you want more one-on-one coaching. It's jpinnercircle.com, and this is Josh signing out. Hope you have a great weekend. Crush it out there. Take care.